You know, I remember when I was a kid, a man told me, he's like, Grant, patience is a virtue. And I looked at him and said, are you trying to get a head start on me? Because that's what it sounds like. That reminds me of how many people say money won't make you happy, rich people aren't happy. Look, folks, okay, why is this whole rich topic so sensitive to so many people? Why is it so many people, the moment you say rich, wealthy, get wealthy, the first thing that happens, everybody's like, rich people. You get all this negativity around being rich. Rich people aren't happy. Rich people are dysfunctional. Rich people are greedy. Rich people are selfish. You've heard all that. Money won't make you happy. Why all the disdain? Why the hate? Why the criticism for the wealthy? I'm not talking about people that inherited their money. I'm talking about people that worked from nothing and created an empire and created true wealth that you can't possibly get rid of in a lifetime. People that will actually create so much wealth that they'll leave it for generations to come. The DuPonts, the Fords, the Carnegies. Bad people? Or did they do something really big? Look, when I talk about getting rich, I'm talking about you tapping into your full potential, not just financially, but in all areas of your life.
You have got to change the way you think. It is the whole determining factor of where you're going in life. We are all where we are today because we taught ourselves to this position. If you don't like the position, think yourself out of it. Right, so your brain is divided into two halves: positive and negative, good and evil. It don't function on nothing else. There is no neutral ground in your brain. It's either positive and good or negative and evil. Each half of your brain has million factor workers on each side. You have a million factor workers on the positive side. You have a million factor workers on the negative side. At the forefront of each one of those factors in your brain is a forming. You have a forming of positive and you have a forming of negative. You are in charge. You're the boss of the factory.
Listen, getting successful, whatever you consider successful, if it's rich, whatever, it's not a magic trick. It's not God picks certain people he'll make rich and certain people he don't. He gives all of us as his children the power of choice. You have a say-so in that. You can decide to be rich, and with God's help, it's highly doable. But you first have to think it. The difference between successful people and non-successful people is here. I'm no better than none of y'all. I'm not a better person than you. I'm not a better Christian than you. God don't love me more than you. None of that. If you want to be successful, you have to change this. This has to change. Listen to me. It's not what makes it hard is your lack of belief that it can happen for you. The fact of it is, though, it's very doable. See, but you got to change, though. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting.
Not overnight.
Are you going through or you growing through? Are you bigger and better because of it? Because it's not going to leave you until you grow through it. Are you learning anything or you're doing over and over and over again and unfortunately doing same things in the same way, expecting a different outcome? Because someone with an elite mindset believe that everything is a trainable skill. If you have the right strategy and enough time with what you want to accomplish, it is possible. So set your intention. What do you want to accomplish and how long it will take you? It is microscope goal that can be done in a week, or it is a telescope goal that can happen for you in months, years from now. Write down your intention.
So if you're at a place in your life and you ain't happy with it, you have to change some things. But you have to make a conscientious decision that you're going to change. And it's not dependent on anybody else. It don't matter what your mama think. It don't matter what your coworkers think. It don't matter what your siblings think. It don't matter what your children think. It don't matter. They have nothing to do with it. This decision is yours and yours alone. It's two people born in a hospital every day. It's a person that's born in a hospital that's going to get a job, and somebody born in a hospital that's going to give them a job. You get to decide which one you're going to be. Everything you're going through is God preparing you for what you asked for. If it's a man, the lack of man is preparing you for one.
Look, you want to get the attention of the rich? Get rich, okay? It is easier. It is easier, listen to me, it is easier to be successful than it is to fail in life. I wish somebody would tell me this one thing. It is easier to be successful. Just keep this in mind. Make this your go-to piece of knowledge. It is easier to be successful than it is to fail. It is harder to fail than it is to succeed. Now, if you can wrap your head around this, success is easier than failure is. Never make sense of failing. Never make sense of just getting by. Never make sense of relationships that don't work. Never make sense of friends that don't support you, or even family that doesn't support you. Don't make sense of it. It's not easier to quit. It's harder. Okay? It is easier, my friends, easier to be successful than it is to fail, to just get by, to not live up to your potential. So regardless of where you are right now in your life, okay, just keep telling yourself, man, if I could just get to the place where I'm succeeding, it is going to be easier to succeed than it is to fail.
You know, it's easy to smile and feel excited about your future when everything is going the way you want it to go. But your endurance is not tested on the mountain, it's tested in the valley of life. Right? So how do you handle dark moments? You are gonna go walk down this long path in life, and this path is the unknown. And a lot of people are not ready for the unknown. Many people are looking for the way out instead of looking for the way in life. When they turn you back and push you back and tell you that you can't go on because you don't have what it takes in life, when you start to feel empty inside, when you start to feel that you're drained, when you start to feel that you are depleted in life, never give up.
Let me tell you something. You get to decide if I'm going to be rich, poor, mediocre, plentiful, happy, sad. You have a decision to make. You have to live your life with the expectation that great things are coming your way. And that's how it works. A man is as he thinketh. God created us in his image. God thought of this world. He thought of it, so he created it. So he made you just like him, that your thoughts can create things. He made you just like him. Now you can't go make earth and heaven like he did, but you can make a better world for yourself. There is a scripture, Habakkuk 2:2. It says, write the vision and make it plain, so that he who reads it will run to it. And even though it tarry means take a long time, wait for it, for surely it will come at an appointed time. Now you have to understand something. It's not going to come when you want it to come. It comes at an appointed time. That's the trick. But the appointed time is what throws people off. Because when you ask God for something, he sends it, he ships it immediately. As soon as you ask him something, you really believe he'll do it? He boxes it up and he ships it to you immediately. The problem with the package is he never gives you the date that the package is going to arrive. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. Because if he told you the date that the package would arrive, it would destroy the requirement he has of all of us, which is faith. Faith is the belief in things that you cannot see. So if you ask God for $1 million and he tell you I'm gonna give it to you in March of 2020, you wouldn't need no faith. You'd be talking to people crazy because you know in 2020, I'm finna be a millionaire. But he sent $1 million as soon as you ask for it. But it's going to come at an appointed time.
So often our mind is either in the past, focus on what didn't work out, mistake we've made, or is in the future, worried about our finances. What if my health doesn't improve? The problem with being in the past or being in the future is you will miss the present. Today is a gift from God. Are you fully engaged, loving your family, appreciating the simple things in life, or are you in yesterday? The reason some relationships are not healthy is because you came home from work but you didn't really show up. Your mind was somebody else. Are you into the office? Your body was there but your mind was in yesterday, thinking about what you could have done better. If you're going to be fulfilling, you have to be there when you get there, not show up and be in the past, living in regrets, coming into today. Yes, it's good to have goals, but you can't be so focused on what's next that you miss what you have right now. I know some people that have lost what they had going after what they wanted. You can miss who your spouse is, all the great things about them, because you're so consumed with your business, how you're going to fix that problem. But the people in your life are not always going to be there. Don't take them for granted. When you're with your family, give them your time. Life goes on so fast. At home, you're present. You eat dinner with your family, but you're connected. Are you making the most of that moment, or are you into tomorrow, worried about your business, wondering how the finances are going to work out? Are you in yesterday, bitter over who hurted you, thinking about what they have said? You're missing the beauty of this day. Enjoy where you are. Take the time for the people God has given you. The problem will resolve in God's timing. Worrying about them doesn't make it work out any sooner. The people in your life can bring you great joy, great fulfillment. When you're present and connected, life is very rewarding. There is only two types of people in this world, right? So there is the people in life that get hit by life and get knocked down and decide to